Hello everyone and welcome back to another tour video, and we're back in Pocket Edition for one and last reason. This will probably be the last video I'll ever make in this edition because I just never want to play this ever again. But yeah, we're back here. I'm gonna do a tour of some of my builds, some of my very old builds that I've never actually showed. And why am I not going up? Yeah, I'm playing with HUD off right now, which is a pain in Pocket Edition. But anyways, let's hope I don't break any blocks. So yeah, these builds I've never shown off, and now we're in the first group of builds, I'd say, to show today. And this is this was built in late 2019, I believe. I think I'm wrong. Early 2020. And this is like the first area of the build, I'd say. I marked out some skyscrapers which will never be finished because this is in Pocket Edition. I would have had to build them block by block, and I'd never have the time and dedication to do that. But this is... yeah, I give up playing without HUD. It was just too hard. Yep, so this is the first house here, and apparently it's a pet store. I don't know why I built this. I can't remember much of what I was thinking back then, but we're gonna go into there later. There's actually an interior. I never remember doing that actually. Yes, but apparently I've done it, and this is the experiment place. I guess you're meant to put TNTs in there and blow up things. I don't know. And there's a weird road here, and there's this place thing, place, and then there's this this gotta be one of the most ugliest things in Minecraft. So since it's a pet store, how did you get out here? Huh. Since it's yeah, I haven't played Pocket Edition for a long time, so I'm not used to the controls anymore. So yeah, what I was gonna say is this, since this is a pet store, there's horses here, and oh, here there's a door, and there's some sheep here, which is pretty stupid the way I've built this, and a ladder. But anyways, we all go through this process of building in Minecraft. So, and there's a random tent here. Yeah, this is... yeah, and a bed? What? Anyways, so this was meant to be a city, but I was really bad at building, and all of this had to be done block by block because I never knew about World Painter back then. And I mean, World Edit. And this is a nether portal. It's a disgusting build. I remember back then I thought it was very good. But yeah, definitely it's not. So let's go into the big house here. Probably the best build in this place. And up the pet store. So let's go in here, and it's a carpet. Oh, Pocket Edition. And a sofa, and what is this? The counter? What? Another sofa? And some... oh, this is disgusting, you know. This is so strange. And some stairs? And then there's oh god, what is this? And then there's oh sorry, this is not very organized at all. And then there's some pets, some cats in a fountain? What? And there's like this whole playground for them, I guess. I never really liked pets. I remember I built this because of a friend really liked pets. That's why I built this. So, oh, the lighting here is disgusting. And it's leaking water too. Oh, this is genuinely just disgusting. Oh, what is this? Why are there a bunch of wolves killing sheep and a person? This is horrifying. But, oh god. I'm gonna get out of here. Alright, so that was pretty unexpected. I never remember that I built anything like that. And oh, yeah, back then I used to put stuff in chests, in creative chests, which was pretty stupid. I guess anyone would have done that in the original days of Minecraft, but yeah, and then at some point in 2020 or 2021, no, in 2020, I started inviting friends over here, and then one of them just built this very random place, and I never remember this being here. Did I never properly explore this? What the? This is ugly. But yeah, whatever. Another stone box. And yeah, let's go to the second stage of this build. So now this is built in 2020, mid 2020, no, early to mid 2020. And so all of this rainbow place was built early 2020. And it was meant to be a rainbow city, and one of my friends liked beacons, so we put a bunch of beacons, which is really ugly, that's why I blocked them off. And this is the toilet. Is it? Oh god, did I just break a block? Oh yes. There's a bunch of barrier blocks here for some reason. And what the hell is this place? This has got to be the weirdest toilet I've ever seen. But yeah, we all go through this process of building. So what are these buildings? Yeah, this is gonna be a detailed tour, so be prepared for a long video. And also, if I forgot to say this at the start of the video, there's gonna be timestamps to different builds. So, hello there. Are you the... Oh. Alright. This is very random. I have no idea what any of this is. So this is a cat cafe? What? Oh yeah, I think my friend also asked me to build this. And there's no back? It's a terrible build. But, alright, what is this thing? There's multiple floors. Huh. Yeah, this is a very weird, but there's nothing here. I remember one of these buildings being filled with iron golems. Or was it this one? Oh yes, this is the jail building. I remember. So I used to put a lot of villagers in here, but they all despawned or got out or something happened, and there's no more villagers here for some reason. Yeah, which is really sad because they looked really miserable before, and that made a lot of people happy. But this building, I have no idea what it is. I do not think there's an inside to it. So, yeah, and if you wonder what this is meant to be the highway. I mean, like, kind of like the transportation way or something. So you walk in here, and then you kind of go like this. Yeah, I know. It's very primitive, but it's kind of what it is. So now the highway will lead us to... Actually, I'm gonna get out of this highway. It's like I'm trapped. So this is the Jerry's Book Factory building I built in this world. And it's very big. It's the biggest building here. It took a long time since all of this was built block by block. And no interior, just an elevator. And this is the sheep farm of the John-Leechesburg factory company. And yeah, it's just a giant range of sheep, and then that's the free range sheep, and these are the caged ones, which is very very inhumane for animals. And this building is also a part of John-Leechesburg factory building, and there's a hallway connecting them together. And this is another pet store. When I was doing this world, I promised to that friend that I built a lot of pet stores in this world. So yeah, this is another one of them. So let's come in. You're the counter. This is the counter. There's some sofas, and let's go upstairs. And yeah, these are the pets. A bit more organized than the last one I had, if I'd have to admit myself, but it's just that same type of style. And this is an apartment I built a bit later in the year. Very unrealistic, very small too. And this is meant to be a university actually, but yeah. And I remember it's also dug into the ground, as you can see, but I remember putting barrier blocks there and there, so sectioning off this part of the river and putting a bunch of sea life into it. But obviously they've all despawned now because it's Bedrock Edition. And there's another one of those glassy skyscrapers I built later on. So yeah, very ugly. And oh, what is this? Is this like another villager jail? Yeah, I think it is. And this is meant to be the Apple store, which makes no sense. And this is meant to be the hotel, which obviously has no interior because I gave up the project to move on to new projects. And then this is the pig farm. So as you can see, these are the pigs that are not ready. There's a lot of them, which makes the game code a bit buggy. And then it's like an unescapable prison, so they can't escape. There's lava everywhere. And oh, I forgot to fill that block. And here are the pigs ready to be killed off. As you can see, you can let off the lava here, and then you'll break these blocks, and all these pigs will die. Yeah. And then here is the library, which I built actually quite early in 2020. So it's based off an N library. I mean, an underground, what do you call them? A stronghold library. I never knew it was a stronghold, so I just saw it in like a Minecraft book. And I decided to basically copy the design. And it's a pretty boring place, to be honest. And there's a ladder there. Yes, there's a ladder there to go to the second floor of this building, which is basically the exact same thing. And there's oh god, this is disgusting. What is this? But whatever. So let's go out. So yeah, that is the library. And if we keep going across the highway, this is pretty late in 2020. Pretty late in 2020. And so you can see that my building skills gets a little bit more improved, but not much improvements. And I built a few buildings for my friends. And then pretty late in 2022, Hunter decided to build this disgusting thing. I don't know what he was doing with the redstone. We never were really good at redstone, so we just mucked around with it. And oh yes, he tried to blow it up with and he put redstone torches, and then it didn't work. And he's like, oh, how do I get rid of this building? And he just gave up because he was bad at building, and he just knew it was disgusting, and he wanted to get rid of it. And this was very early in 2020, those two things. My friend built them, and they were meant to be farms and fireworks and something like that. I forgot the purpose, and this was meant to be like a sheep farm. There was a lot of sheep here, but they all despawned. And then pretty late in 2020, I decided to start this. It was meant to be like a casino thing, but I never finished it because block by block builds are just horrible. I mean, not horrible, they're just hard to do. And this was late 2022, and I never finished it because block and block, it got very tedious. It was meant to be like a apartment place area behind it, which was a very ambitious plan to take for a block by block pocket edition build. And so this is pretty much it. Oh no, there's something else I want to show you over this way. Yeah, so I also built this beach place, like this resort thing place. Late 2020, I'd say. And just look at the underground. It was all built block by block, so I couldn't be bothered filling all of this with sand and making a slope. And for some reason, I was crazy enough to build a swimming pool, literally on a beach. That's how stupid I was. And then I built an ice cream truck and a pizza truck here with interior. Terrible, actually, it's pretty good actually. But the exterior is definitely terrible. And this design is definitely not my own design. I got it from a YouTuber called Max Kim. It's in one of his tutorials. And it has an interior, very basic, just sleeping quarters and nothing in the large chest. So there's also more to this resort this way. As you can see, there's this pagoda thing place, and then there's this kids play zone, and there's this sand castle that has a staircase all the way up to the top, just like a villager one. I basically got it from a villager one. And there's this basketball court or something like that, I don't know. And there's this cafe, yeah, and with seating. And then over, these are just lights hidden, by the way. Over this way, someplace, yep, this was a castle which I wanted to build, and and I gave up because it took too long. But yeah, it definitely does not look too great. All I tried to do with this build was just to slam detail I saw in books and YouTube videos and stuff, and just try to make it whatever. Yeah, it looks disgusting. And oh yes, these are some other speed builds. When I built these two houses, I put some timers on, and I tried to build them in very short periods of time. But this one was 10 minutes and this one was 10 minutes too. 2019. Oh yes, so apparently all the things I said was in 2020, they're actually in 2019. So yeah, this was all in 2019. Those things over there were early 2019. And these two builds are both 10 minutes. And this one, I actually did the interiors under 10 minutes too. All block by block. So the interiors and exteriors were... Oh no, the exteriors of this build were built under 10 minutes. And then I took another 10 minutes to do the interior. So as you can see... What is this? This is the bathroom. Very basic, and fridge. And when we go upstairs, there's a bedroom here, and a computer, of course. And that is all. So this is all to see from this build, this world. And I'll see you in the next world. Hello everyone, and we're back at the next world that I'm gonna be showcasing today. And this world is built around early 2020, and I got into modern architecture in Minecraft. The main reason was because it was simple and very less detailed, so it was easy for me to build. And clearly I did not know that smooth quartz slabs existed, as you can see, because this was all meant to be just smooth quartz. But or did they actually not exist? I can't remember actually. So this is the first house built. This is early 2020, and let's go in through the front door. So got a large front door, very welcoming, and we've got our lightings on the ground, very unrealistic. And this design I got from Max Kim too. I was gonna do a showcase of this house once when it was done, but I never remembered to, or I was just not bothered. And this was meant to be the garage, but the owner obviously does not use the garage, so he or she or a family fills it up with stuff as storage. And yes, so the garage, so they just park their car out the front. And there's this lovely thing, I don't know what to call it. And let's go around the garden first. So I've got some lovely trees, no custom trees because I did not know about them. And here we've got a leveled up barbecue area and the dining area as well. And more lighting on the ground. Very unrealistic fence because people can just smash open it and steal all your stuff. This lighting also got from Max Kim. Very, very modern. Very good. And this open umbrella and a closed umbrella. The umbrella design also got from Max Kim. Basically, the only YouTuber I watched back then was Max Kim. And basically everything I knew about Minecraft and all the building things, most of the building techniques I got was from watching him back then. That was back then. And some, I don't know what to call these. And a beach. There's from shallow water to deep water. Very unrealistic because the entrance goes right to the deep water. But anyways, let's continue. So this is where we have our sleepovers. Where the kids have their sleepovers. Like a basement thing. Very cozy. And also their parents don't know what they're doing. And this is like a picnic area, leveled up too. And a table. And you're meant to be able to get up here, but you can't. So ignore that little detail. A greenhouse too. So this family must be very rich. They have a swimming pool, a barbecue area, a greenhouse, and a tea area over there, which I'm going to showcase very soon. Very ultra modern greenhouse design, and with flowers, of course. Very modern fence design and a tea area, bamboos out the back. This greenery feature, that's what I want to call it. And let's go back to the front. Oh. So we're back at the front. Let's go and check out the interior of the house. So the door is wide open, all glass. Robbers can get in very easily, but I never thought about realism back then. The TV is concerningly close to the couch. Yes, very concerning. And this is the kitchen. This is actually a very good kitchen. I don't think I've done a kitchen as good as this one for a long time, or other than the house next door. Yeah, very good kitchen. I think I can even learn from this. Yeah, and enough of that. So this is the laundry and speakers for the TV. Lighting I also got from Max Kim. I still use this type of lighting today. This is the dining place, and this is the master bedroom. Some paintings on the wall. Some drawers, some shelves for some swimming equipment or something. goes right into the swimming pool. And let's go and check out the master bedroom. So a lovely gigantic bed with some shelves behind it, and a private bathroom. Spelling mistake. Private bathroom all to himself, herself, and or himself, and a shower, a bath, and yes, I remember I did not put a toilet because there wasn't enough space, and basically the owner can just pee into here or poo into here as well, and yeah, very unrealistic. But anyways, some bookcases and a computer, and a closet, of course. And then we'll go to the public toilet. Oh god, what is this? Ignore that. And a bedroom. This is like the spare bedroom. Some shelves up there. Some shelves here. I mean, what do you call this? Drawers up there. I don't know how people can reach that. And some beds. 2 beds, just like a hotel. Yeah, this is basically the house. It isn't a very big house. But the house next door is very big, that's for sure. And a lovely road, but I was never actually bothered to do the exterior, so I just added a very basic pool and never bothered to finish it. Also, later in this world, I actually built this as well, but I never really finished it because I couldn't be bothered. I just gave up doing this world. So this is another house. A lot of the architectural features are from Max Game 2. A giant garage, which I don't think you can get into. Yeah, I did not bother to put an entrance into the garage. But anyway, a very weird design, if I could say so myself. Very big house. So this is the dining room. Very good design. I actually kind of like it. And so this is a book room, study, I should call it. A lot of books. This is actually, I think this is one of the best houses I've ever built. And a giant kitchen, as you can see, bigger than the other one. Yeah, very good. And the oven's on the top, very unrealistic again. And this is the daughter's bedroom. And an okay sized bed. Alright sized bed, actually. A seat, this design I also got from Max Kim, so there's a redstone block below. And some paper and a pencil case. And a drawer, some shelves, and a bedside lamp. And that is the daughter's bedroom. And if we move on this way, there's some toilets, and there's even man and woman toilets. And this is the storage room. A lot of storage, very efficient. A closet and male toilet, normal male toilet, female toilet. I've never been to a female toilet, but I assume this is a normal female toilet. Some windows, and a very unique, shall I say, shelf design. Kind of like it, kind of oriental. Two couches, a coffee table, some gaming hardware, some speakers, much more realistic speakers, and a giant television, and a grand piano. Very rich, very wealthy family. A lift. I tried to do a command block thing here, it never worked. No elevator wells. Very unrealistic. But anyways, and a table and the rackets. You play the game thing here. I mean the bowl game. I don't know what it's called in English. Another sofa resting place for this area. So let's say you're with a bunch of friends and one of your friends having a rest. He or she can just sit here and drink her or his coffee or tea or any drink and watch you guys play while talking. And another study area, some water features, And you can go upstairs if you're not using the elevator. Up this way. Oh god, this is dangerous. And because I never thought of using trapdoors back then. And a walkway around giant glass windows. Very bulky lamps. This best guest bedroom number 2. Basic bedroom, pretty good actually. And a toilet connecting to the other guest bedroom. And so if we walk this way, there's the guest bedroom number 1. Yes, kind of the exact same design from the other one. And this is the son's bedroom. Yeah, not very pretty dark, I'd say. A closet here. And this is a spa, and I spelled it wrong. And it goes right out to the open. Very unrealistic. And you can have your shower. When I designed this, my design was you come up here somehow. Oh yes, there's this rope thing. You climb up the rope and you have your shower here, and the water leaks down into the spa, which refills the spa. And I did not know much about sanitization back then, so obviously very, very not sanitary. Some weird shelf design and another. Yes, this is the master bedroom. Very big computer. Another design. Chair design. Giant closet. Another closet. And a giant bed. A lot of windows. And this is another toilet. And oh yes, I think it has its own bathroom here. Yes, no toilet because they pee and poo in the bathroom too. So yeah, this is it for this world. I hope you've enjoyed this tour. Yeah, because I have actually enjoyed reviewing my old world, one of my old world, and showing it to you guys. So I'll see you in the next. My audience, now you are joining me in another one of my worlds, my old worlds from 2020, early 2020 or mid 2020 around. It was a long project as well, and it's a military base, and I'm not sure anymore if I built this before or after the other world that I just showed you before. And so this is a military base. Block by block also. Everything I'm showing here actually, other than the last build in this video, the last world in this video, are done block by block. And include also some portions of, a very little portion of the what I'm gonna show you next are not done block by block. But everything else in this video are all done block by block. And so this world is actually the same world as this world actually contains the Reaper, a ship I built very long ago. It is very ugly, I have to admit, but it actually took me a long time, and I was very proud of it once. Because since this is in Pocket Edition, I had to build the entire hole underground, and then I had to drain all the water with sponges, and I had to break all the sponges, and it took me so long. And these are some artillery, I guess. I still don't know much about military, but I thought I did back then, so I just built a bunch of random artillery cannons. This is like a guards post, I guess. And so this is the first building of this world, and so this building is like it's like our house, and I have no idea how to get into it. It's been so long. Oh yes, this. So you get into it from here, and there's some rooms, and you can go upstairs and go upstairs again, and yes. So then you can go downstairs too, and I had to mine all of this, guys, and I had to drain all the water when I got in here. It took a long time, alright? Mining all of this, even in creative. And you can see the hull of the other ship. And I just gave up mining here, as you can see. And yeah, this is the bottom floor. There's 2 levels of basement, and they're both mine. Took me a long time, guys. Appreciate my work, please. Even though it looks ugly, I know. But moving on from that, there's a tank here. I don't know how it gets anywhere. And this is a ship docked up with some other boats, I guess. And there's no interior here. There's just some random rooms. You can go up. You can go upstairs. Just some other rooms. Yep, you can get to the deck from there. And then here you just go down here into the large room. Oh yes, there's a ladder there. I just completely ignored that ladder. But anyways, let's move on with this tour. So this is the second building I built, completely empty, like another military building thing, control room building of some sort. And this is the rocket launchers. So there's like rocket silos that's meant to be, but as you can see, completely unrealistic because there's nothing here. And there's actually a map of this place. I didn't even know that. And obviously I gave up mapping this because it just took too long mapping in Bedrock Edition. Nothing in the chests. So yeah, so there's a lot of rocket silo things. That's completely unrealistic. Some more modern artillery at least. And this is this parking lot, very unrealistic, since there's a road leading off, which I completely gave up building pretty soon because it took too long in Bedrock, in block by block. And this I completely did not mean to do that, but the controls in this version of the game is just terrible. So quartz. Oh god, I'm so unused to the controls here. Oh yeah, I was so shocked when it did that. I'm like, what just happened? Yeah, so there's this little guard post here again, and a hole to the bottom of the basement thing. And following this road, another guard post, and a giant death laser thing. So I can shoot up into the air. It's meant to be a military weapon, but I completely do not understand how it logically works anymore. But anyways, so more artillery and another death laser, smaller laser shooting into the bay for defense. And this is the death laser control place. And you might ask, how do you get in there? Well, I'm pretty sure. No, that's not it. So there's a secret tunnel somewhere leading to it, but I cannot remember where it is anymore. And I built this as a larger building. I was gonna finish it, but I gave up building it block by block, so I never did. Yeah, I can't remember how to get into the death laser control place. There's like this secret tunnel under the block of sand or something. But anyways, so this is the death laser control place. As you can see, a lot of controls that death laser over there. And then there's some more controls here, and some lights showing activation and different things. And here is a tank place, all block by block, and I gave up doing this shelter thing. So I had to build all of these tanks block by block, each one of them. It took me so long, but yeah. And the tank design completely copied from Maxkin, if you have not expected it already. And some military trucks, some other tanks, very weird design. Those tanks are designed by myself, very weird. Some computers, and I'll show you the Reaper actually, where it sits. So the road, just pretend that road leads all the way here, and it goes into the Reaper itself. Yes, so that is it for this world. I'll see you in the next. Hello everyone, and welcome to another one of my worlds. And this one is quite a large one. It's a very big project. So this is a ancient Chinese city, and this is the city gates. One of the city gates. One of the two actually. And there are no city walls since I don't know why, just can't be bothered to build them. And also there's just rivers, so many rivers surrounding the city, so basically it was no point to do them. Well, there still is, but this is Pocket Edition. So this project was actually built, it started in 2020 and then it went all the way through, and it went through 2021 as well, so 2 years in the building, and well, halfway through 2021. And so here is the front gate, as I just said, and 2 watchtowers and this guardhouse, completely off scale to the walls, to the gate, and this area is sectioned off so invaders doesn't come in. But since there's trees, it basically is pointless. But I did not know much back then. And this lovely bridge with 3 arches and a bit of quay work there and some logs here, and this is supposed to be like this city has a lot of rich iron deposits around it, so one of its biggest industries is iron mining, and this is like a new area where iron miners, and they build, and right now they're constructing some new houses, as you can see right here, some scaffolding and things. And these smaller houses, these one level, this one and this one and this one are all like lodges for all the miners and things, and these tents too are all the lodges too, and there's another construction going on here. And this is a blacksmith, not a blacksmith, like an iron smelter kind of thing, and then the iron smelted from here gets sent to the blacksmith, because the iron right here are the iron ore, so you can't send that straight to the blacksmith. And some cement, some, what do you call it, plaster here, and all the woodwork, a lot of wood piled up too. So we come over here across this bridge, another lovely bridge. This is the first custom tree I've ever done. Another iron mine, and you can actually go in it. This one. Well, there's another iron mine there that you can go in, but I can't be bothered showcasing that. So I TNT bombed this cave. Yeah, that's how it's created. It goes much deeper, but I'm not going to show it. Some simple camp, a simple iron miners camp, and this building right here, this is the first building of this project ever. And before I built this building, my oriental building style was trash, so I copied this building straight off a YouTuber. And this is the second building, and I used the same techniques seen here across nearly everything built in the city, but I used the same techniques, so I learned from it instead of just copying the whole thing again and again and again. And we come over here, there's no interior in the city. There's this lovely gazebo. This is a fisherman's home, by the way. And then there's this fishing dock, and how can boats get through here? Don't question it. And there's this alleyway over here with this little market. So this is actually quite a good world, actually. I put a lot of effort and hours into it. And some market stalls. And this is someone's back garden. And this this alley leads over to another section of the city. So let's come back to the other section, because I've got some more to show you guys. And so this is one of the main roads in the city. And there's another alleyway over here. This is like a building material shop, and someone lives in there too. The shop owner lives in there too. And at this alleyway there's a tavern. Typical tavern, you know, and some sunflower fields. Lovely. And if we come over here more, there's this large building, and this place sells these things, dioramas, I'd say, like those 3D map things. And this is another one of the main roads, not a very long one, but a commercial road. And as you can see, some typical southern Chinese townhouses, I'd say, with roofing. All of this were a pain to do block by block. And these lanterns too. And over here, there's this inn kind of place for the traders, wandering traders like things, people. This building, the design of it I got from Rise of Kingdoms. And then there's this little blacksmith person here. And another bridge. This one's wooden though. So over there are the Imperial Palace place and some other houses. So this is actually a quite big world, to be honest. And then when we come over here, this is a builder's hut, builder's home. And this is, I think this is just like a normal house. This one, 2-story one. And then when we come over this way, this wide road as well, we can find ourselves on the left is one of the military barracks, and this is where the soldiers live, and this is like the headquarters, and then this is where the horses are. And then when we come over here, this is like the industrial area. So this is the tailor. I mean, not, yeah, kind of like the tailor. And this is the tailor, sorry. And this is a blacksmith building. And this is an iron smelter. And this is where the blacksmith apprentices live. So there's giant kiln and iron smelter and an iron mine actually. So there's another mine here. As you can see, it goes pretty deep. So there's a staircase down and a crane here and a platform. Pretty nice. And this, I have no idea what it is. I just randomly built it. And this is like another blacksmith, because this is like where the master blacksmiths work, and this is where their apprentices work and help them in places stuff. And this is a silkworm farming place where they make clothes and blankets from the silk collected. So this is all the industrial district. I was gonna build much more over that way, but I kind of just gave up. I kind of just gave up this project in 2021, so I never continued it. But what I continued was this lovely big villa, but I never finished it. It was gonna be a very big rich family's villa, as you can see. Very fancy, but I never finished it, sadly. It would have been a great build if it ever got finished. I may actually finish it just for the purpose of doing that sometime later, but anyways, this road just goes down here and goes back up. Actually, let's finish touring the other area first. So when we come back to this road, the main road, and then we go down here over this way. How do I enable? When we come down this way, there are 2 wells here, and some flags, and there's this giant square, which I tried my best to do a perfect circle, and there's this archery range for sometimes they practice, and there's this oh yes, so this alleyway goes to the one of the main street, and then there's this alleyway here again, and this is the school, and yeah, leads back here, and so this is statue of Confucius, and this is like kind of like the research place, like the library slash research slash like knowledge place where all the knowledge are. So you come in here, very fancy place. And this alleyway goes here, another market stall, some alleys, and comes over that way. So this is like a Buddhist monastery. So you come up here, and there's this giant tower and the bell for the entire place. So in ancient China, every 2 hours in the city areas, the government rings a giant gong, and to inform the entire city that another 2 hours has passed. And there's a tower over there, here, and it's elevated from the terrain. So we'll look at the Imperial Park later, but what is this? Oh yes. Over here there's this lovely, I don't know what to call it, and this took me a long time, guys. So this is like the peach area. This looks fantastic with shaders. And custom peach trees took me a long time. Every one of them took me 15 minutes. And the plants life, some bamboo, and you come over here. There's this hot spring, which is very lovely, custom rock, and a lot of peach trees around. And then you come over here, there are some agriculture and some already harvested rice fields and some sunflower fields, wheat fields, and all of those sort of stuff. And over this way here, this is where the people watch the horse races. So as you can see, there are some buttons which goes over like a loop for people to watch, and the emperor would sit up here, or the governor, and with all the generals, and watch the horses race. And lovely, more agriculture over here with a very detailed creek and a custom tree and a shack for the oxen. So I put a lot of effort into it. As you can see, another well, and actually I'm gonna go onto the ground to show it because it looks much better. So yeah, you can walk along this little path, very rural Chinese, and this grapevines, and across this bridge, which I can find, and some more. Yeah, so even more peach trees over there, which I can showcase through this path. Yeah, this took me a long time. And there is a bench here, and you can have a lovely view of the Imperial Palace and the moat and the peaches and a river. A pond. So let's go and finish the tour for this section of the city. So if I would keep walking this way, as you can see, the other city gates, which make no sense without the walls, but I was stupid back then, so I decided to do it like this way. And you come in here and you get out of the city. Yeah. And over here, actually no, that's the other section of the city. So now let's go and have a look at the Imperial Palace alongside the other section of the city. So we come over here. Along this big wide path, we will have 3 bridges. I'll go on the main one. Actually, let's not go right in. Let's have a look at this place. So, there's a moat around it, there's a wall, there's a building on top of the wall, and there are 3 arches, and so this building has 2 towers here. These types of towers in ancient China, they are called tue, and their purpose is to make all the generals that walk past them think of all their sins and how the emperor is so much better than all of them. Yeah. So these 2 buildings on the side are the slaves' living quarters, and this is like another building. I forgot what its purpose was when I built it, and this is the main hall. And so let's have a ground tour of this place. So some bamboos on the back and on the front, sorry, and you walk in this lovely courtyard, and with this building here and 2 buildings on the side, you walk past this building, and this is the main hall, another courtyard, and you look at the tours. And you walk up this giant staircase, you walk up the side staircases, and you go into the main hall, which has no interior, obviously. And I really love my design for this. I was very proud of it, but even now I still think it's pretty good, actually. Yeah, because the building techniques I used here, I deferred it a bit from the original one, so it has a different style to it. So now let's walk along this path to the back of the palace, which is a different section of the city. And as you can see in the distance, there's another like large villa over there, and you walk past the trees, and why is there Starbucks here? What was I thinking back then? And you go to the different section of the city, and that's like another house, and a lot of buildings here. So that one, and that one. So when I started to build this section, I discovered about structure blocks. So I copied some buildings. So in this section, a lot of things are not built block by block, but most things still are. And you walk, alright, so you walk along here, and there's this river. And you walk along this lovely bridge again, some markets, and a water wheel, giant water wheel, of this food processing place. And then you walk along here, there's this cargo shipping place, as you can see here. Very lovely. I mean, it took me a long time. So there's this fisherman's hut, some markets, another building, and then there's another like cargo place, and this is where they make the boats, and another dock. Yes, docks, that's what they're called. And another lovely bridge. So yeah, and let's come back here, this direction, another fishing crane kind of thing, and there's a diagonal bridge and a fisherman's dock where they dock up their boats, and some other docks all along the quay. And then this is like the kind of the crowded area of the city, as you can see. Very crowded, and a lot of houses and shops, and a 3-story building. And here's another lovely bridge. We fly under it and go under this building. Here it will be a courtyard. It will be it's an ancient Chinese primitive soccer kind of place, because there was kind of like this kind of soccer kind of game in ancient China, not quite soccer, but it's the father of football. And this courtyard place, and you walk over here. This is going out of the city, this bridge, and a single arch bridge. And this lovely courtyard. All of this took me a long time, as you can see. And there's another little courtyard here. And these are my attempts on building diagonal buildings in this style. They were so hard to build, but I think they turned out pretty well. And another bridge, simpler bridge. And as you can see, the back of the Imperial Palace. Not very realistic, I'd have to admit, but it was the best I could have done. And here the moat extends to the river, and there's this little farm here. So this is everything to see from this world. This is a pretty long tour, I know, but let's move on to the next one. Actually, before we move on to the next one, I'd like to show a third-person view of the entire city. So as you can see, there's the first area I've ever built, and then there's the city center, and then there's another new mining area place, and the kind of working industrial area, and the unfinished villa, some really tall buildings, the tower, and then there's the farms, and the hot spring, and the peach fields, and then here's the Imperial Palace, and the road leading to the back of it, and wait for it to load. So now it's loaded, you will get a good view of the top of the city. So yeah, this is it for this tour. Let's actually move on to the next world. This is the last world we're gonna tour today. This is the world of John-Leechesburg. I worked on it across 2021 and in early stages of 2022. So the first thing that ever got built was this ship. It was built in 2020. I actually did a tutorial on this. This was a tutorial ship. So it has full interior actually. It's kind of like a shipping vessel. Not realistic because I was not a realistic person back then. I mean, in terms of Minecraft builds. The captain's quarters and the cargo place and the sleeping quarters. Actually, it may actually be kind of realistic, I'd say. And I made tutorials on that ship and this ship. And yes, I copied this ship over there as well. It's like a shipping boat. And this is the HMS Victory of John-Leechesburg. Do not get it confused with the one existing in real life today. So I built half of this block by block, and then copy and paste it to the other half with structure blocks, because at the start of this project I've already discovered structure blocks ages ago actually. So I use structure blocks quite a lot in this. So as you can see, there's like this place to go in. Military pier authorized only. HMS Victory of John-Leechesburg. Oh yes, I put these things everywhere when I finished like a build. So 2022 actually, that's very late. Alright, so maybe I've got it wrong. I've worked on this nearly like halfway through 2022, and there's the cargo place, the piers for the HMS Victory. So this city's kind of like set in 1860 about. I know it's not realistic to have these kind of ships in 1860, but it is what it is. And this is the pier. I mean, this is the docks, as you can see. I used the field command for this actually, because I discovered that someone told me the field command. Hunter's dad told me it, Nicholas. And this is another ship I built. And what is the name of this? Is HMS Portsmouth. Alright, completed December 2021. some guards loading up a cannon to the ship, and some other guards. Sorry, mate. And some cannons, and a staircase going down. 2-layered deck. And alright, let's get off this ship because there are other things that we need to have a tour of, because this ship does not even have an interior. I never got to building one. And yeah, all of these things took a long time to build, alright? And this is another cargo ship, but it's a steam engine one. And there's some cargo here and there and everywhere. And if you come down here, very unrealistic interior. It was never meant to be realistic. I put a lot of these things in for just for fun purposes, because look at this, how the crew sleep. They sleep on mattresses, and cargo everywhere and pipes everywhere, and the entire steam thing that's powering the 2 wheels of the ship is this pot of water on top of a cooking fire, with some water, some spare water stored here, and some coal at the back. That is all the power that the ship generates, and some pipes carrying the steam, as you can see. So very unrealistic, but I did that just for fun. And when Hunter saw it, he laughed. So it was successful. As you can see, the steam can just barely make it out. And Hunter's comment on this, when he first saw the design of the interior, he says, this ship must move 3 nanometers every year. And which is probably going to be true if a ship in real life is actually like that. And this is a market which I actually put a lot of effort into. These lamps too, actually. So let's go into the market. They sell all sorts of different things. I'd say it's pretty good for a Bedrock Pocket Edition market. Quite a lot of things. And a lot of detail, as you can see. This thing just goes right onto the street thing. Marina Lane. So this is called Marina Lane, and any blah blah blah. So these are a few Dutch buildings I built before giving up this world. I'd say they're pretty nice, actually. And this is a random Georgian townhouse that I just decided to stick in here. I don't know why. As you can see, I planned out a few more builds which I never got to finish, but another 3 Dutch townhouses, Amsterdam style townhouses, and this very weird building which I thought at the time was very good, a French style townhouse, with actually an interior for the cafe. So as you can see, some candle stands, and you go in and it's a coffee machine. Wait, what? This is 1860. How can this work? I never even thought about it being unrealistic, actually. It may actually work. I don't know. If you guys know much about this type of thing, then please correct that. Please say in the comments that I did everything wrong in that place, but yeah, I don't know how coffee in 1860 was made. So, this is a Tudor style building, and with a bit of interior. So there's a candle store, some candleware, as you can see. You put candles on top of them, and some different candles. An alleyway here on the back of the buildings. Yes, a lot of work has been put into this, and some guideposts on the side of the streets. So this is meant to be the maritime headquarters. There's some interior in there, actually. I tried to do all the interiors, but I only got to do some of the interiors. So I'm not going to show all the interiors today. I'm just going to show the main part. So let's go into the door. Let's go in here. This is the lobby. Some working areas, as you can see. The toilets, and isolation rooms, and very incomplete, but it is what it is. Stairs up to the second floor, some more offices, first aids, and then this is another entrance lobby with a person serving you, and this is like the giant meeting hall place, and these candle things, they took a long time, and you go in here, and yeah, this is the throne for the emperor and king and queen and the prime minister and people, and this is where the foreigners or the guests they stand, and this is where all the parliamentarians sit. Yeah, it's pretty decked out. And then yeah, that's all the interiors actually. This just leads to the place as well. Actually no, that's not all the interiors. That's not what I was meant to say, but that's all interiors I'm gonna show you because there isn't enough time in this video. So let's come out here. There's the public toilets and the entrance to the building. Above, a townhouse, and this is a hotel, and this is a church. Sorry about the screen shaking, it's just a bug with Pocket Edition. This is the Church of Gold, and we can come in here. Oh god, the shaking is annoying me too. You can come in here. It's a golden church, so yeah, Church of John Leech. So they're not worshipping Christ. Do not mistake it for that. They're worshipping Don Leech. Yes, you can ask in the comments what is Don Leech as much as you want, but I'm never gonna answer. And there's a spire up there with no crosses because it's not a Christian church. And I try to do my best to do one of those circle things. Oh, but I've kind of failed. And oh, why am I in a tree? And there's some houses, townhouses. I mean, not townhouses. Some buildings here and the main street. And the building I'm most proud of. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the best building I've built in Pocket Edition. Obviously with structure blocks, because otherwise it's kind of gonna be impossible. Yeah, it was inspired from WBC builds, as nearly everything here is. So yeah, it's a pretty good building, I'd say. I never finished the back of it because I gave up this project to move on to Minecraft Java edition, but I'm pretty proud of the front of it. And oh yes, this also has some courtyards. Yeah, so this is everything to show in this world. Thank you for watching this video if you've made it all the way to the end. And I'll see you in the next video, which I have no idea when is that. But yeah, the camera's shaking so much, I just want this to end now. So thank you for watching this, and hope you have a lovely day, and see you next time.